SMT Nation, we are back. SMT Nation, I gotta show you this stuff. This is insane. So what you guys see here on the screen was shared by Yellmapper over on the X platform. Yo, shout out to Yellmapper who finds the coolest stuff over there in Houston. And what's actually really crazy, I don't know if you guys can tell, there's a couple of cell sites in this image. I see this pole here like smack dab in the middle. You guys will see the antennas and radios at the top. And then you see like the power meter at the bottom. You guys can pinch to zoom or whatever. And then if you look in the left-hand corner, kind of in the background a little bit, there's another small cell there with radios and antennas. It's crazy. This is obviously a really busy part of what appears to be like downtown. There's like some kind of field or park or something. You could see parking garages and buildings. But yeah, Houston, I believe, is where he's from. But man, so check this out. All right, so you see the pole. You see what they've got for an arrangement. All right, let's look at it in some detail. Top left-hand corner, you've got what appears to be, well, at the very top, you've got 3 sectors of millimeter wave. That's Samsung radios and antennas. They're integrated together. All right, you guys see these in all my videos. I find them all over Cleveland. Houston's got them littered too. Now, what's unique and why I made this video was the N77 radio and antenna that's attached below it. It's the much larger one. And that's not normal. This is actually macro gear. This is the type of radio and antenna integrated that you would see, and I think it's integrated. I didn't see the radio at the bottom. I think it's all in one. I'll have to look back at the other image, but I think that's the case. Anyways, that's supposed to be on a macro cell site. Those go on the big steel cell towers, right? And like rooftops and stuff like that. Verizon's putting them on poles. And there's only one here, so this thing is probably facing a really, I don't know, troubled area that needs capacity and possibly indoor penetration, because we know that millimeter wave, because of the high frequency, just can't get there. Chances are those millimeter wave nodes you see at the top are probably broadcasting probably 39 gigahertz, very, very high frequency, tons of bandwidth, but you're not going to get indoor reach with it. That N77 one you guys see at the bottom, that thing will work indoors. If there's windows, it's going to work perfectly. You know, that sort of thing. The indoor penetration is much better because the frequency for C-band is at 3,700, not 39,000, right? So huge difference in the frequency and propagation characteristics. That's going to work indoors. Now, the thing, like I said, that's impressive or kind of crazy is that's not traditional small cell radio gear. Typically, the small cell, like the street macros, the street macro radios and antennas, they're smaller, they're more compact, they weigh a lot less. They're better for this type of application on a street pole infrastructure type thing, right? And I think that's why they only put one here. I think there's weight limitations, weight restrictions, size. Maybe they could put another one in the opposite direction, but you're definitely not putting 3 of these suckers on this pole. I doubt it. So maybe 2, and I'm not sure why they didn't go with the street macros. Maybe it was a supply issue. Maybe they like legit just had to use this as a solution. I don't know. Maybe it's temporary. Maybe they go back. I have no idea. But this goes to show you the lengths that Verizon will go to, the engineers, in order to make this thing happen, right? It obviously was imperative that they had multiple frequencies on this site. And like I said, what I think is insane is if you look at this picture and you look here at the bottom left, I'm trying to show you guys where my mouse cursor is. All right, right here. I'm going to try to zoom in for you guys here. I think this is band 48 CBRS in the bottom left-hand corner, right around 9 o'clock. I don't know if you guys can tell. I think it is. I just don't know for sure. He maybe could speak to it, but those look like the antennas and the radios that I see in Cleveland that are CBRS and all the sub 3 gigahertz stuff. So that would mean Verizon has every possible deployed asset in this area. Crazy. Check out the speeds on this, by the way. So this is coming from that N77 radio, right? That massive thing that was on the pole. You got 1.2 gigs down. You got 154 up. I guarantee you if he turned on LTE, he'd probably be getting like 500 megabits down and probably like 100 on the up or something crazy. And if he could lock in the millimeter wave, he'd probably be doing 3 or 4 gigs per second. That is impressive stuff from Verizon, finding solutions to their networking demands of their customers. Nobody does it quite like them. And these markets where Verizon has massive share, these NFL markets, these big cities, you guys, now you kind of see why they do so well en route. They just got the solutions. All right, so thanks for sharing this, Yellmapper. Very cool stuff. Keep them coming, man. Really exciting stuff. We know that Verizon was going to deeply invest into the C-band piece. They're going to all sorts of lengths to kind of meet those demands. And Yellmapper, if you could, keep us posted. See if they end up adding more of these macro cell site gears, radio gear, or see if they come back and change it to the smaller ones. I'm not sure, things could change. They could come back later and modify it. We'll see. But thanks for sharing. Like, share, and subscribe. Tag along with our journey as we kind of look at all this really cool networking stuff. Go ahead and comment if you guys have been seeing stuff in your market, what you've been seeing. And, let me know if you're impressed by this or if you think it's kind of weird. I don't know, man. I think it's kind of cool in a way. Very, very nice. But go ahead and drop me that comment and check out some other videos here pinned at the end. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.